Howdy. If you open this video, you're either my friend and I know you, and that is the reason you're watching. And perhaps you're also interested on this topic. So, hey, and enjoy. Um, but if you're somebody else and came to this video because the anxiety and fear and even terror, panic is an issue, well, listen up because I have some experiences that I want to share that might help you. Now, at this moment, I don't feel anxious and fearful. Yet, even recently, if you would ask me, I don't know, in the morning, so that's like 8 hours ago, I wouldn't say there was intense fear, but definitely a sense of doom that comes over me. And luckily, I'm better off with handling these things because I've seen it many times. Although sometimes it's still difficult, especially if you have many things in your life not sorted out well, then these things will affect you even more. So I wanted to share a few things around it, and then at the end, what can you do? So there are levels of anxiety. The way I see it is like it's you feel great, you feel connected, you don't even need anything, and you just things are well, you're managing your challenges well, the money is not an issue, relationships are not an issue, health is not an issue. You're just living it, right? So you could always call this an extreme, because everybody has something, even that if not in the moment, then maybe the next moment life brings you challenges. It's how it is. So on the other spectrum, you have severe panicking, terror. You don't know what to do. You There's this doom scenario. You feel like you're gonna die. Even can be as that bad. Maybe suffering and from some sort of issue, and you just don't see the way out. And in this extreme spectrum, there would be like great amount of fear. Like I said, terror, panic. It's like you're fighting and running for your life. I have experienced all these things that I'm mentioning. And then you have depression, that's a fun one. Uh, that a lot of times comes with it. And obviously you either crack or you try to handle it, you find help. If there's no help, you have to handle it by yourself, or you can end up in an emergency sometimes if it's that bad. Again, I have done all of these things more in the past. Now I try to do the best I can by myself. um and yeah, it's really not easy sometimes. So how I addressed it is quite comprehensive, because you kind of had to handle few areas of your life, and then kind of things kind of come together. You start to manage these things well, and even things will not phase you out so much. And I'm talking really anything from social anxiety, performance anxiety, to intense panic attacks, than periods of depression and anything in, around that, now I want to switch into solutions because I am telling you they are there. I don't know you, but I can only share my experiences, and there are solutions, and you tend to see them more when either you reach the levels that you cannot handle anymore. Sometimes then it happens. Sometimes you can just, I don't know, you can pass out and then you wake up into some better reality. Um, or you can do things more gradually, you you know things I've been talking about this channel even in the previous video with biohacking, different levels how you have to handle, from sleep, hydration, diet, and so on. And these things greatly affect on this problem that or challenge that you're having. So you can look at that video as well, some basics of what to do, because sometimes, if your biochemistry is off, I mean, you could be lacking just some vitamins and minerals, and that's putting your body into stress response, and you're having all these sensations and emotions and thoughts, and it's very difficult. I don't know what's happening, and just want the way out. But the way out is understanding, experiential understanding. What's happening, why, and not to get your head spinning more like, oh, what's wrong with me? Not in this way, but on an objective way to see, are there some imbalances? I'm genetically more susceptible to certain things. Am I not handling daily stress as well? Is my, even as far as it does my identity that I developed through life is not equipped to handle things more? And then my nervous system that navigates that all that is just not handling things well. So in this respect, I would definitely say the handle the foundations, you know, from sleep to exercises, more correct diet, um, having some, perhaps some supplements. Very typical are, you just need a whole bunch of B vitamins and multivitamins, the right mineral structure, um, electrolytes. Like for instance, B6 vitamin is calming. There's many things that you can play with neurotransmitters, um, but don't abuse of these things, because basically I believe in giving raw material to your body, and then the body will handle things. But things like I say, B6, some multivitamins, B vitamins, you need also the rest. It's not like you just take one. Magnesium is very important, especially different types of quality magnesium. They will affect your nervous system greatly. So it's good to cover that, to at least have some sort of raw materials to handle this. Then you can play with neurotransmitters. I have some experiences with GABA, you know, uh, HT5 for the serotonin, um, tryptophan, it's called. Um, then just eat healthy, and if you get sleep. Now, if you already, you probably not, if it's really bad, you're probably not sleeping well as well, so to correct that, you can apply these things, and getting your body physically exhausting with some aerobic exercise daily, at least half an hour per day. I found it helps greatly. I try to do, what is it, CrossFit, when you just kind of go with hand and feet, so the whole body is moving, and the blood is circulating, being oxygenated. Swimming I found is great, or running, if that's your thing. Dancing, all kinds of like sports that helps you greatly. If you still see that things are repeating, I would like to suggest that things are maybe coming from long-term stress being just too much for your nervous system to handle, and your nervous system doesn't have time to recover, or you even don't have a nervous system developed enough to handle daily challenges. It can be that bad, and you're always on the flight or fight response. And this is so important. This is like the main one that I want to say that I've seen, that if your body, if you have not, from the childhood experienced some sort of safety feeling, some sort of feeling where you could just exhale, and it can just, you kind of feel like, I don't know, universe, family, whoever you want to say, like has your back, you feel grounded, you feel like at home. If you don't have that, things become much more difficult. Not impossible to correct, but it's not, goes beyond just taking a pill. So if you have that, so I'm kind of going into more severe instances of these problems. Um, Obviously, yes, exercise and diet helps, but it might not be enough. So I mentioned many times, to handling your emotional and mental health is so important, but sometimes you have to do it also on the physical level, because if the nervous system is dysregulated, that's what's happening. Your nervous system is dysregulated from maybe early childhood. You could never relax. I don't know. Maybe you've been abused. There's many bad things happening as well in the world, and you you'll end up, with all the time these responses. Then you'll blame yourself. You'll blame society. You'll just want to be able to get out. So if it's like that, I found that breathing exercises help a lot as well, because you'll be clearing yourself. And my favorite, I actually had to go easy on the breathing exercises because they cause some other problems. Yes, it can happen. Also, cold showers. I was doing. They actually had caused some kidney issues, and um, I had to stop doing these things. Me personally, I just tried to push through. Didn't work, or works short time. If it works for you, fine. By all means, find some breathing exercises that work for you. I have to go now easier on the breathing exercise. I cannot go fully into it, at the moment. Also, I cannot just do cold plunges. Maybe I can take a little bit cold shower in the front, not at the back in the kidneys. But if you can, that helps as well. Will help your nervous system. If these things don't help, what I found greatly is that TRE, trauma release exercises work pretty well, and they're basically based on triggering your response that let goes of control. Because if you're a type of brainy person tries to take control of things and tries to just find solution, a lot of times the issue is that you doing that and you're overstimulating nervous system even more. So what you have to do is, like, you kind of have to pull back and have some sort of release. You can release actually through orgasm, the proper one as well. That's another topic, I guess. But it is about, for those the ones that are more familiar with energy, it's a kind of kundalini release. It just flushes your system, and you can do these exercises. Then you're not dependent on somebody else. By yourself. That help you release these tensions. And one of my favorite is like where you're triggering the response. They actually done a studies this on animals, that because animals, they don't have this conceptual mind, thinking mind. They're much more acceptant with what is. So the tensions and the problems, they'll go much faster through them. So for instance, if an animal is being hunted by I don't know, a tiger, and if it manages to escape, then once it's over, there's a lot of stress. But the animal just kind of shakes it off, and it continues like nothing happened once it's back to safety. That would be a working, functioning, regulated nervous system. For most of the people, we don't get this shaking ever, and we hold these tensions a lot of times unconsciously in our bodies. And then when the triggers come in the sense of stressors in life will stress you. You are not able to handle it, and then you'll feel this anxiety, fear, whatever label you wanna put onto it. So what you do, you try to release this, and I found that it works pretty well. And you basically, the nervous system gets this just relaxation, even if for a little bit. Be careful then with how you come back to life, because a lot of times if you go too fast, it might be too much. So you have to be kind of like easy. So now I'm talking about more of these people that really have problems. You have to go easy back. I will, I might refer you to somebody in descriptions, all of this is I'm talking about, or I might do a video demonstrating these exercises. For now, I'll just talk about it. Obviously, you can also Google elsewhere, YouTube elsewhere, and perhaps you'll find something that you can relate to. There's also vagus nerves. Is the nerves that activates your parasympathetic system. So if you're overstimulated, your sympathetic system is working overload all the time, doesn't relax. Parasympathetic system doesn't come and basically takes you back into relaxation mode. I find it really well. It's like this device that is also in the description that you can put. It's a microcurrent that stimulates your vagus nerves. You can actually vagus nerves goes like here and goes through your body, and you can actually stimulate it also like with this kind of movement, like on the neck, just by pressing the fingers. There are many exercises that you can do, to kind of lengthen this neck muscles. You can also go to some massages. I find it will also reset a little bit. Or also acupuncture helps greatly, to kind of get your energy flowing. You'll literally feel that, and the more you do it and the more you do it regularly, which I would advise, the more you're able to do that. And then you have to be careful how to go back to life, how do you handling stressors so you don't go too rough. For instance, I have like two speeds. I can go super slow or super fast. So I'm learning how to find this middle ground to go a bit more easier. So anyway, to finish up, this device stimulates vagus nerves. So you basically just press against it, and the microcurrent safely relaxes the vagus nerves, and it relaxes you. So it's good because this device you can have at home. Acupuncture, I don't know if you do these things or if you don't like needles or whatever, but if you find a good practitioner, I find it also helps a lot. They can give you then some herbs as well. I find that sometimes the herbs help, sometimes they don't. I don't know. I'm still kind of biased on that, but acupuncture for me definitely help. But these exercises, I do find it work, and they can also work for longer, and then you can repeat them, and you start resetting this nervous system. Now you'll see there'll probably some emotional mental things coming as well for you to address, resolve, maybe the way you are, what you believe. It's all connected, and that's causing your nervous system to be overstimulated as well. Of course, it always, I say, starts with meditation, but if you want to just quickly go into the solutions, I mentioned a few of them. I will talk more of them. Maybe I'll do some other video, but now I just wanted to get this out um, for people that maybe feel like, oh, what do I do about these things? Are there any solutions? Why can I find one? Well, I named few of these things that you can help yourself with. Let me know if you are interested more about this topic. I can certainly go more into it, but I wanted to just record one video to give you some pointers if you're experiencing these issues. So a little bit more serious video, but I feel like in the world there's a lot of suffering. So there are solutions. They tend to come more when you are in a resourceful state, and if you're not, it's kind of tricky because the solutions are right there all the time and you don't see them. So hope this helps you see them a bit clearer. So thank you, have a good day, and go into nature. Forgot to say that always works. Around water, maybe, if things are bad. Maybe with some friend, maybe with the animal, that helps. So take care.